Good morning guys, it's Jenny here from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. Just a really quick video, my usual monthly catch up with you guys. I hope you're all well and enjoying springtime wherever you are. We've had a really mixed bag actually. It started out really lovely and warm at the beginning of the month, and just cooled down in the last week or so. No, last maybe 4 or 5 days. Ready for the bank holiday weekend, so which is absolutely typical. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you what I've done for the pop together for my April pages in my daily journal. So let's get on with it. So these are the printables, as you know, from my porch prints from their spring bundle. And I basically have just added some ribbon and some of this gorgeous, I don't know what you call it. It's embellishment. It's not really lace, is it? But I loved the thought of the florals, picking up the floral design. Really jolly for April. Layered it on some Daphne's Diary pages, a little bit of Daphne's Diary washi, and yeah, I really love it. Absolutely love it. So that's my April. I actually did a little border with some paint, some acrylic paint, and obviously I closed and started to work on it before the next page, before it was fully dry. So that's pulled off some paper there, which is a shame. So I'll probably go over that again in some yellow paint, so I don't want to ruin the line of it. So on the inside here, this is from the little afternoon tea. Afternoon tea? Oh, was it from my vintage? I can't remember which book this is from now, but I've had it in my stash for ages. These cake images, absolutely gorgeous, and I thought the little daisy embellishment went nicely on there. This is from Daphne's Diary, from the magazine, the first edition, not the one that just came out in April, the one that came out in March. I think that was in there. And then I popped one of my April spreads. This is from the Cakey Daisy planner, so I've started to fill that out, the monthly layout. So I've started to fill that out. I've just tucked that in there because I've got another Daphne's Diary one that I've actually sewn in, which is this one. So I've actually added my dates to that as well, different dates. That's that flips out. I love the way that the cupcake sort of embellishments just sort of picked out the colours of the diary. I love that, absolutely loved it. And again, I just decided to go over the edges here with a little bit of yellow paint. Wanted to pick that out. So this is from, I've had this in my other diaries, my spring pages, and this is just a general diary from my stash. All the colours are the same, all the pages the same design. This is the April. That's from my little stash of Art Deco washies and stickers, and I thought it pulled the colour across really nicely. An old book page, again from the Art Deco, and this was from my lovely book of plants that I kind of just remembered that I hadn't had it used it for ages. Absolutely love this. It's a beautiful feel to the paper as well. And do you remember last month my daughter and I went into Oxford and we picked up some napkins from So Sen Green. And that was one lot. And I just loved. They're very, I don't know, quite like a little Liberty print. That's what really attracted me to that one. And the blue, like a little Liberty print. So I've decided to just use a little napkin work just to add to the pages here and to pull the colours in. So it basically tore the napkin, and as it fell, as it tore, I like to just do that contrast on the page there. I did the sticker. Really enjoyed that. I love this image, and I love the way these colours kind of complement it, work along with that. This was from my Dr. Greenfinger's Guide to Healthy House Plants. That's just some little pages from there. A little bit of fabric they've had in my stash for an absolute age. And this was from Little Book. Do you remember a little book, a £1 it was for little papers from the works. And I remember pulling that out for my spring journal because I love the gingham kind of effect. Lightweight blue paper I've had in my stash for ages. Again, this is an image from one of my old plant books that I've had in my stash for ages. Really enjoying revisiting my stash and getting things out. That's from a Daphne's Diary page, just on the edge there. And again, I've just glued that on. I love that. Love the images. I love the actual write-up about it as well. I find that really fascinating. So I've just popped it in there like so. Love that. Love that. Still loving these this craft paper. Got a little bit left. That was from my Woodstock. When we went with my friend, we went last June to the fashion. We went with my daughter. We went to the Best of British Fashion exhibition at Blenheim Palace, which was fabulous. And then afterwards, we went to Woodstock and had a mooch around the charity shop. And I remember getting this, was it £2 or £3 for this big wad of craft paper. And I think I might have enough just to finish off for my summer journal as well. I love working on craft paper rather than stark white and not having the bother of having to tea dye. This is from a little the little book that I've used all the way through about afternoon teas, where to get afternoon teas. That's Fortnum and Mason on that side, Piccadilly. Gorgeous images. They're just such joy, aren't they? We've actually had a few. Been to London twice this month so far, and we're going again end of the week. Love it, loving it. So that's from Daphne's Diary. That was a card, actually, a postcard on the front, which I really liked the image, but I found it a bit spooky, and it wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, so I just turned it over and I used that, cut round it, used it as a tag. This was from Daphne's Diary from, was it last year? Or maybe it was last. I can't remember when that was from, but we went last year. My daughter and I, with a homemade group, had a fantastic. It was an art session they put on, and it was brilliant. So I put that in there because it was lovely, and I liked the way that kind of sat with this from Katie Daisy. I might just leave it in there for now. I might actually take it out and use it in my summer journal. I'm not sure, but I love the way that tucks in, and that was just from a card, I think. Yeah, something like that. Tuck that in there like so. Make a meal out of it. Mountain out of a molehill. It's not happy, is it sitting there like that? There you go. Again, that was from, I can't remember where that was from now. Was it from my vintage Holmes book? Can't remember. Anyway, this little card here is from that little stash that my friend gave me of these. This flower box. It was the same weekend, actually. It was the same weekend we went. No, it wasn't. It was midweek when we went to the flower show. Not the flower show. The fashion show at Blenheim, and she gave me those then, and that was from that. This is from Daphne's Diary magazine. I love it. I like to put colouring pages in, although I don't always get the chance to colour. I like the thought of it, sitting in a coffee shop and just sort of gently colouring things through, but I don't often get the chance, to be fair. So I layered that up on a piece of scrapbook paper that I bought from Sosthen Green. At the same time I got the napkins, and where was it? Daphne's Diary page. Actually, it's a Daphne's Diary page. Then this is from the scrapbook paper. I layered that up on the back. That's what it was. And then I made a little pocket here. This is Daphne's Diary washi. It came with, I can't remember if it came with a diary. I think it came with a diary. This here is from Johanna Clough. And I will pop her YouTube down below in the video description, because I've actually printed out quite 2 or 3 kits from things from her Etsy store, including these linens. I do love vintage linens. I adore vintage linens, actually, in my journals. But she and other people have done it as well. Basically scanned vintage linens, and then you can have them as printables, which gives you the illusion of texture but without all the bulk. So I've used quite a few. I've printed off quite a few. I've used I haven't used all of them. I may use quite a few, some in May, but I've introduced them to this month, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely loved it, that effect, and I think it goes nicely with the idea of the afternoon tea kind of book as well. Love that. From my another one of my plant books in my stash. Oh, it's wonderful what you can pick up in charity shops that may otherwise end up in landfill, you know. People don't do so much with books anymore. Palm Court at the Langham. That sounds fab, doesn't it? Very modern. Very modern. Orange Pico, White Hart Lane. We were down there just the other day. Been up to... Anyway, that's another story. So I just thought, with that, I've just popped a little coffee grinder, although I think these are probably teas. I'm going to be really precise, but there you go. So I decided to just cover the text on the back of this page with the napkin. That's the word I want. And then pop this little tag over here from the Daphne's Diary, which is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Sticker on this paper, and then again, this is from the Art Deco little book that I've got with bits and pieces. Layered these. I just love those. And then this is from Johanna Clough. This was like an oval shaped little doily thing, which obviously somebody's hand stitched, hand embroidered. So I decided to fold it, ink the top, folded it so it went over to the 2 pages, and I like the way it sits with both colours. And as you can see, up until here I've been using the last of my metallic stickers, which I love, metallic number stickers. I'm running out of ones and twos now, so I'm going to have to get some more. I love the way this sits. And then I just popped a little bit of that washi. Oh yeah, so that's the other side of that page from my book. That's a little bit of washi from the Art Deco, which is gorgeous, and I love the way it just kind of, drew across these colours. Really like to do that, draw colours at your eye across different pages. So this is I've just left it as is, to be honest. This was this is a napkin. I might have got it from somewhere just like Sainsbury's, but I've had it in my stash for ages. I hadn't done anything with it, and I've just done it, just popped it on a book page. Which page was that? Contents page. I think it was from the big plant book. And then I decided to do some stenciling as well. I wanted to do a little bit more. Just played with some new stencils that I picked up. I ordered for the summer, spring and summer. The last lot of stencils I ordered was for winter, with the snowflake ones. And I'm just going to pop it in like that, keep it like that. So for each month I'm doing 2 signatures. It helps it kind of to lay flatter. So that's the end of, and there's obviously a little place in there for, oh dear, tucking stuff away if I really want to. I could do. So we've got that. So this was, I think this is my porch prints as well. This is second signature for the same page. So this is my porch prints onto a Daphne's Diary cover. And again, that's from the tea shop. That cover is beautiful. Look at the colours on that. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then I just had, this is from Daphne's Diary. I love this. I really love that. That's from in the diary. And I found this in the in my flower box. I found this in the flower box and cut it down and did it as a flip up. Done it as a flip up. This is the back of a. So this. What did I do it? Yes, this is Kew Gardens. We bought some postcards and bits and pieces when we were there last summer. But I love the bags, the paper bag that it came in. Absolutely gorgeous. So that had to go in. That had to go in. The Lanesborough, that's Hyde Park Corner. All these lovely places for afternoon tea. Mrs. Cupcake, and Miss Cupcake. So she's on Cold Harbour Lane. Yeah, do you know what? These are girly things to do, aren't they? These are girly things to do with, you know, to go and have afternoon tea. I met up with a really good friend, was it end of March, I think? And we went down on the tube, on the train, we met up and did a little bit of the V&A, Victorian V&A, and then we went off to Portobello Road and had some street food, had a little wander around. That was a really lovely thing to do. Lovely thing to do. And we actually didn't have our girls with us, so we had some mummy time and were able to finish conversations. Amazing. This is again, this is a little cornery bit from the from Johanna Clough's vintage linen printables. Gorgeous, absolutely love it. And I just thought I'd pop it there just next to the tea, you know, the afternoon tea thing. If you see where I'm going in my head, gives you an idea. Love this image. And that's another little bit. So I've made it as a pocket. I have made it as a little pocket, haven't I? Just done it, wrapped it around. Let me see. Oh, some of these. I've earmarked some of these postcards for the summer. But yeah, that could go in there, couldn't it? That could go in there. And this is Daphne's Diary. This is one of their projects. I can't remember what it was. They do give you little kits to make paper lanterns, or it could be napkin holders or whatever. But I love the colours, the way that's sort of like, yeah, that's from Daphne's Diary. I love this. All about the tulips. We went for dinner as a family for our anniversary back in beginning of April. And they had a little feedback thingy there. But I just love the print on it. I could cover that, couldn't I? If I wanted to, with a little sticker. I could do that with one of those maybe Art Deco stickers. And then just have that as a writing spot. But I just popped that in because I just love the way it looked. Again, I love this. It's gorgeous. And again, found a washi from the book, the Art Deco book, that just pulled the colours across. So almost with a little detail here, I think. I just love that continuity on the page. So I used another one of the bigger stickers and the washi. This was from Daphne's Diary. That's from Daphne's Diary. Not very well cut, actually. I didn't fussy cut it that well, to be honest. And so now I've got quite a few pages because it's been a really busy month for memories. We had, in my congregation, we did the commemoration of Christ's death. So I want to do a lot of writing about that. It's been a really busy month in our congregation. Absolutely loved it. Books, things I've been watching. Yeah, so quite a lot of extra note space at the end here. Oh, do you know what? I love this. This is a Daphne's Diary. From the diary, you know, they have the to-do and the what things to buy. And this was another of the napkins. This is the other. I got this set and I got that set. So Liberty print, isn't it? So Liberty print. It really is. And I just saw this page and I just thought, you know what? Again, I just tore the napkin and then just popped it on. I thought that went really well. I'm really pleased with that, to be honest. Really pleased with that. I love these little... Are they hyacinths? Is that what they are? But anyway, they've been prolific in the last few weeks. Well, maybe a month or so. We've had quite a few in the gardens out and about. Daphne's Diary. I love this page and decided to add a little bit of stenciling to it. Didn't quite get the colour that I wanted. I really needed blue like that. The colour didn't work as well as I would have liked with the stenciling, but you know, it is what it is. Bit of vintage chintz on there. And I just liked him. I thought he was lovely. And then this was, I'm not sure if this is Daphne's Diary or not. I think it is some of their stickers, but I just put that little cup there to draw the eye up and reflect the colour of fantastic Mr. Fox. Yeah, liked that. I popped that on there. I didn't quite, yeah, I popped that on there like so. And oh yes, I halved this. I think it looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love that. That's from Johanna Clough. And these are from the pages that I've just torn out and stuck together. That's the other side of the bag, the Kew Gardens Botanical Gardens bag. I love the feel. I love the sound of it, the feel of it, and oh, gorgeous. And then I've just popped the other half of that napkin on here, and I thought it really went nicely just to reflect the cupcake kind of afternoon tea vibe, as does this. That's from Johanna Clough. That's from Daphne's Diary, one of the writing pages, and that's the end. That's the end of April. That's the end of April. To say that there are many things that you can use for your pages, and yeah, it will soon be upon May, and then I'll be looking at my summer journal. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm loving this size at the moment. You know, I've tried that different things. I've done traveller's notebooks. I've done big. I've done small. I've done pre-made, haven't I, where I just sort of layer pages on. Really enjoying this with a more junk journal vibe at the moment. So I will. I bought this month's Daphne's Diary. I'll probably do a little video of that. It's been a bit late because it's been such a busy month. But I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. Give it a thumbs up and a little comment. Let me know what you're working with yours, what you find useful. And yeah, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.